It is time to talk about episode 8 of Daredevil Born Again with spoilers at the helm. So let's get into it. Okay, so episode 8 of Daredevil Born Again is very, very interesting for a couple of reasons. You can tell that this episode is fully based on all new footage that was shot after the shutdowns. This is complete rewrites because the story is tight, how they move is tight. There's no jarring elements of it or anything like that. So to rewind, let's talk about this episode. First and foremost, we're going to jump around a bit because I want to keep each story individualized. So one aspect of this episode is dealing with Matt at his firm, working with Cherry, and well, they are obviously taking on clients. Now, this client here, Matt knows that he's guilty. And he's like, look, I'm wasting my time. There's a lot on my mind. I can't be here wasting my time on this. And a couple other things come up. These other things that come up, we're going to talk about now. So let's get into it. Again, full spoilers. Okay, so first and foremost, one of the big subplots here is dealing with the anti-vigilante task force, but also what's going on with BB as she, towards the end of the episode, gets closer to the chief of police, who's of course opposing Wilson Fisk and doesn't really want to be on his payroll and really under his command because he's now seen how corrupt this vigilante task force is, especially in this episode when he confronts one of them and they break the law and they're like, you can't do anything to us. We're not cops anymore. We are a hired hitman squad. And it's kind of awesome to see him pivoting. Now, at the same time, what's going on in the episode is that Matt has been requested by Benjamin Poindexter, aka Bullseye, to meet him in jail because there was a order that came from above to take Poindexter out of his solitary confinement and put him into Gen Pop. And when we see him, he is beat up, and I mean, he looks bad. And here we find out towards the end of the episode that this was orchestrated. Kingpin's people were trying to get Benjamin out of the equation because he knows things. He definitely knows things. And that's important here. And what's going on is that we actually see him get to break out. Now, the way he breaks out is interesting because Matt does decide he's going to go talk to Benjamin. He's going to see what he wants to say. And Benjamin pushes him towards slamming his head into the table a couple of times out of anger because he knows how to push Matt's buttons. This loosens up a tooth, which is exactly what he needed because he can become deadly. And we see him later in the infirmary. He's getting stitched up, and he just uses his tooth and a pair of scissors to dispatch everybody and sneaks onto a police transport. And he's out. Now, at the same time, there's this running story that Matt's girlfriend is obviously concerned about him, right? She's like, where have you been? What are you doing? What's going on? And she gets an invite to Fisk's ball. And Matt's like, wait, hold up. He is your client, isn't he? And this leads Matt to kind of have a little falling out with her, and it's touch and go between them. But by the end of the episode, well, towards the third act, he joins her at the ball. And here we get another few developments with Wilson Fisk. We get him trying to coerce the swordman. You know, he's like, hey, we know you're a vigilante, and if you don't back me because I need funding to keep this campaign going, maybe the vigilantes are going to be on you. Who's to say, right? And they have a nice little standoff face to face. And this is where things get really, really interesting as they're having like the mayor and his wife dance. And things get really tense here. Like it is a nail biting scene because what happens is that during this whole sequence, tensions are high. Fisk notices that Matt is here and he starts deliberately dropping lines and dialogue that he knows Matt is listening in on. And he's like, this is going to get awkward. And during the dance then, Matt jumps in and starts talking to Vanessa. And Fisk is now with Matt's girlfriend, who's also, hey, you guessed it, right? She is the counselor, right? And Matt guessed it right. So he's kind of beating it into her. Man, secret lives. Man, isn't that a terrible thing? Secret identities, right? And Fisk, by this point, I think you can see that they're gradually increasing his side because he's getting bigger in this. Okay, he's from the side he looks huge, and like from the front he's looking a little bigger. Either way, though, he's dropping these hints to her, and at the same time, Matt is dancing with Vanessa, and he straight up confronts her because he was able to find out earlier when he was with Cherry, when they went to Josie's bar. Josie tells him what Foggy was drinking. And he's like, no, he wasn't. He only drank that when he won, when he had a slam dunk, when he knew he had a case and he was going to win something. And that's when he realized, hold up. Foggy was celebrating that night. What was he celebrating? Hold up. Oh my God, somebody ordered a hit on him. It was Vanessa. And he is now dancing face to face with her. And he's like, I know it was you. I know you ordered the hit. And you can tell Matt is losing his cool. Like, he is absolutely losing it. He's almost at the point of no return, right? And he's been almost pushed himself there like a couple of times already. And then things just get absolutely on edge. And it is like right at the end of the episode that you realize that a lot of things just went down. That changed the complete dynamic of everything. But it's not over just yet, as Poindexter has a sniper rifle and he's literally looking above all of them. Matt hears the clicking and literally jumps in front of the bullet as it's shot. It pierces right into him as he saved Wilson Fisk's life. And the episode cuts while Matt is just bleeding out everywhere. And that's the end of the episode. That puts us right into the finale. This is an episode that I think, again, a lot of people I think are going to be upset with this. Some people are going to say it's rushed. Other people are going to say it's too slow because they've been saying that for every episode, or they don't like some of the characters like Cherry and whoever. Honestly, whatever the case is, this was phenomenal. And one of the best episodes this season, bar none. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will. And if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching and have a good one.